Last night we talked about al-kufr, right? We talked about the kufr last night, and we said that in order for somebody to become kafir or to cover something, you have to have something to cover, right? We talked about this. You could cover the whole phone over here, and that what are you doing? You're covering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're saying that Allah doesn't exist. Or you could cover part of it, and you become a kafir too. You gotta say there's no salah, there's no siyam, there is no hajj. Anything that you take away from Allah's order or command, that's kufr, okay? So this is kufr. Now let's talk about, what I wanted to talk about, the second one. Kufr and Fasiq.
Yeah.
The Fasiq. You know, when you read Quran, by the way, you read about Fasiq, right? How many times you read Fasiq, right? Fasiqun, Fasiq. Allah doesn't like the Fasiqun, whatever, you know. Okay, the Fasiq. Fasiq is like we're having this phone over here, and we take the SIM card out of the phone and we'll pull it out. This is what Fasiq is all about. So he's inside something and he comes out of something, right? So the Arab used to call the mouse fawaysiqa. What fawaysiqa mean? That means the mouse got out of its place to go and do mischief, to corrupt. So here's the Muslim, or anybody, by the way, you know, the people of the book. You could say Torah, you could say Bible, or you could say the Quran. Whoever get out of the millah or the Muslims, you call him Fasiq, right? He says, you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to pray. He's not denying praying. He's not denying fasting, but he's saying, I don't want to do it. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want to do it. There's two parts, by the way, of this Fasiq. There's one part that the person says, I don't want nothing to do with God. He's not my God anymore. Astaghfirullah. And he goes and he becomes a mushrik, right? Or he becomes an atheist. So this is 100%, he got out of the millah, he got out of Islam, and he's going to go to hellfire. That's the Fasiq. The second part is when he says, you know what? I don't want to pray. I don't want to fast. I don't want to do anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told me to do. So did he get out of Islam? No. He didn't get out of Islam. But he's going to go to hellfire. Do you understand that? So why did he get out of Islam? Is it because he's not really satisfied with one woman? He want to sleep with, you know, with a lot of women? Is it because of that? Is it because he's not satisfied with $3,000 a month? He want to have $100,000 a month? Is it? Maybe.
Maybe all of them.
Right? Maybe all of them. Is it because he's not satisfied with an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom apartment? He want to live in $10,000 square foot house? Maybe, right? Maybe that's the case. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the fasiqun are in the hellfire. How long they're going to stay there, we don't have any idea, unless if it's going to be a partner. We're going to continue right now to a mushrik. Mushrik is this is the Quran, and this is the Islam, and somebody else put another one, associate another one with Allah. That's the mushrik. He associates another one with Allah. Equivalent to Allah. He's the one who created us, but wait a second. Allah is the one who's created us. No, this one, he helped him. That is shirk, right? This one, number one, what's going to happen is going to go to hellfire. He's not a Muslim at all, right? He's not a Muslim at all. And that's what they call, by the way, a shirk al-kabir, big shirk, right? That's the big shirk. There's a small shirk. A small shirk This is clean, by the way. Small shirk is when you put something small in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your wife, you listen to her. You're not listening to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're listening to your wife. Small thing, that's what they call it, small shirk. You're listening to yourself, small shirk. You're listening to your boss, small shirk. When you think that you did this because of your look, small shirk. Because you put your shirk right in here, you put yourself right in here, equivalent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, you know what? I passed this exam because I studied and I'm very smart. Small shirk. You understand it? Small shirk. Now, what's the difference right now between kafar and fasaq and sharak? You know, shirk. We remember right now, the kafar is what you deny it. You deny Allah, you deny His command. When you say, by the way, with shirk, the scholar said there's 4 things. If you do, you are a kafir. He said, number 1, shak. If you have a doubt. If you have a doubt, is there a night, is there a day after? Right? Mm-hmm. And you believe it, and you keep on thinking about it, and that's why as soon as it comes to your mind, you're going to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And change your thoughts right away. But if you keep on thinking about it, no, I don't think so. Maybe not. Maybe there is no God. Maybe not. Shirk. I'tiqad that there is no Jannah or hellfire. When you believe or you think, maybe there is no Jannah. Maybe there is no hellfire. That's another thing. Fa'al. If you go and say or you do something to the Quran, you say, you know what, this Quran is not from God. This Quran is not the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't, bring this Quran down. Anything has to do with Allah's aqeedah and Allah's Islam, you become kafir. Be careful. So you deny something. Fasiq, you're not denying it, you're walking away from it. That's what's fasiq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before I tell you this, some of the scholars said, all of us are kafir. All of us are kafir. Stay with me right now. This is very important. Don't come back and call me and tell me I didn't steal. All of us are kafir. Listen to this. La ilaha. What's that mean? That means cover. That you cover Allah. Illallah. Now iman. You see what I'm saying? You covered something and you believed in something. La ilaha illallah. You covered and you believed in something else. In order for you to become a good mu'min, you have to believe in Allah and takfur bil-taghut. You have to cover the taghut. You have to cover Iblis. You have to cover the tyrant. You cannot follow the disbelievers. You see what I'm saying? You have to believe and you have to cover. So you've got the cover in the cover. You've got Fasiq. We'll talk about the kafir and Fasiq and mushrik. Iblis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him. What did he call him? What did he call him in the Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him kafir and Fasiq at the same time. Why? Trying to figure it out right now. I just give you the explanation for cover, for kafir and Fasiq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him Fasiq because he walked away from the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? He walked away from the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he called him kafir because he always keeps on telling us there is no Jannah, there is no Nar, there is no day after, there is no Allah. You see what I'm saying? So we need to understand the Quran. If you want to understand the Quran better, we need to understand the meaning of the little bit of the word like kafar, fasiq, mushrik. And this way, by the way, you will understand better. Inshallah, we're going to be talking about them. We're going to be talking about khati'ah. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. Jazakumullah khair. اللهم اكرمنا ولا تهنا، أعطنا ولا تحرمنا، زدنا ولا تنقصنا، اثرنا ولا تأثر علينا، وارضنا وارض عنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم guide us, اللهم guide us, اللهم teach us the Quran يا رب العالمين. لسنا يا رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير.